Brazil is one of the largest suppliers of produce. This is the causation of hundreds of huge agribusinesses going to Brazil to take over the country's most effective drive for their economy. These biotech companies use genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, to make plants have higher yield, grow faster, and last longer on the shelves. A social equality group called Movimento dos Trabalhadores Sem Terra (MST), or landless farmers, fight for GMO-free farms and a biotech-free Brazil. These companies can do this with extremely low costs because the farming law in Brazil states that if no one is using a farm, anyone can go in and farm on it. At about 1.5 million strong, they actually have a grip on most political movements. Syngenta, the largest biotech company in the world, has dozens of unused farms in Brazil, and the MST goes to them and farms on a portion of them to prevent Syngenta from using GMOs on them. In October of 2007, a group of landless farmers invaded and took over a Syngenta farm. The guards there could not stop the invasion because, quote, "we're told firmly not to carry deadly weapons," unquote. Because of the invasion on the farm, the security firm sent 50-plus armed men to retake the farm. The owner of NF Security admitted to sending the armed men to the compound. They killed 2 people and injured 5 others. MST is asking for the immediate arrest of Alessandro Meneghel, Syngenta CEO, and demanding Syngenta to leave Brazil. Meneghel says, "For every invasion of the land that occurs in the region, there will be a similar action by Syngenta." But he also claims that Syngenta had no idea what was happening on the farm. The MST is fighting against alien companies making millions of dollars and slowing the financial income of Brazil, and asking the government to do something about it. But the government can't, because Syngenta owns a large portion of all the farmland, and if they leave Brazil, they will lose millions. So unfortunately, the property was returned to Syngenta, and for them, all was well. The root of the problem started with the inception of the colony of Brazil, owned by Portugal. Pedro Álvares Cabral, sponsored by the Portuguese government, traveled to Brazil, took over the indigenous population. This only continues today with the capture of an entire country by the biggest companies in the world. These agencies have an unbreakable grip on the economic status of Brazil. They can make it richer than it ever has been, or as poor. From the MST perspective, what Syngenta and other companies are doing is the worst thing possible to Brazil. The potential health implications with pesticides and eating GM foods scares them, but the potential economic collapse terrifies them. But to Syngenta, all Brazil is a place to turn a profit. The Brazilian government has its back against the wall and is losing economic control. Biotech companies are stripping the government's power. Syngenta and others have impacted this country so fiercely that it could not survive without it, but it cannot thrive with it.